Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the second stage on the Harley tank. We are on prep. Now we've got to prep this fat boy up. I've got some bits out already, I've made a little start. Now as you can see on this, where the pin line is, when you start to sand back you can see the little raised edge where that pin line is. We're just going to flat that down so it's all flat. Key this surface up and this will be good for base coat. So the first thing I've done on this is give it a clean down in wax and grease remover to remove any oils or waxes off the actual panel. If you don't do that and you start sanding straight away, you're just sanding and moving round any contaminants on your surface. So it's always good to give it a clean down and some panel white first, and that will get any fingerprints, any waxes or anything like that off. And then we can just move on to sanding it down. So I'm going to flat this one all back, get rid of this slightly raised ridge line where the pin line is, and we'll crack on with these other bits. So I'll stick in the time lapse, we'll start prepping, I'll get these panels done, and then we've got to do some filler work on the rear fender. I'll talk you through that and then drop you in a time lapse and you'll see that come together. We're going to get that one up into a primer, and then we can start masking off the underneath of these fenders, all the bits where I want to stay black on the inside, and just colour the outers. So I'll see you in a bit.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down, they wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared I walk a straight path. Not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down, they wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Right guys, I'll give you a little talk through of them time lapses sort of pressed on. We started off with the fender and I've knocked this back. I went 320 and then took the pin line, sort of lump line out, because you get where you put a pin line down and you clear coat over. If you're not flatting back after you've clear coated to take the little ridge out, you'll get that little bump, and there was a little bump in there, so I've knocked that back, so that's all smooth. Did the same on these pieces, 320 on the tank, 320 down to 500 with the DA just to finish it off. Masked the filler cap piece out. We've just got to do some wiping down on these pieces and then masking out the bottoms and the insides of where I don't want to get any sort of ivory paint. I want to leave all the insides black on these. The rear fender, where it had the ridge along here, knocked it back all in 180. Any little rough spots, I've just took them out with 180. Blew it down, cleaned it, and then just done a little skim of filler in there. That's minute because it was a few little indents in that centre seam after I sanded it. So we're going to let that one go off. Sand all this down, prep this back up, and then I'm going to put some polyester on this on both sides because that's like an unfinished in there. We're going to polyester that, and then eventually this will have bed liner. I'm going to drop bed liner on the underneath for this mud guard, and that will just protect it, put a nice strong coat on the underneath instead of it looking like that. So that's where we are. I'm just going to let this filler go off. We'll get this prepped, hang it up. I've dropped polyester on it, and that will wrap it up for today's video because we've got to let this polyester go off for tomorrow. Then we can prep this in tomorrow's video, clean everywhere down, and then we can start dropping the base coat on all the parts, and we're moving on. So I'll see you in the next step. We'll be prepping this up and I'll drop some polyester down. See you in a bit.
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do, and now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. Sometimes I feel like all is lost, but I know it's not true. I wanna put up all my walls cause I'm not in the mood, but then I cut myself off from the rest of the room. I know that time can heal it all if you're patient, and soon it can all be worth it, all the searching. Pain is never really permanent, but damn it hurts, man. I could feel all of the turbulence and it's concerning. I've been searching for...
You start prepping and things do go wrong. We've got all this bit prepped down here, that's all nice. Now on this actual mould, in these corners here, where I've sanded out, this one I just started to sand it out and it just poked straight through where the fiberglass here is really thin on this side. It literally just, as I was sanding with my finger, it just popped straight through. So I've backed it behind, I put some silicone paper where the hole is so the fiberglass won't grip to the silicone paper, masked it, and then built the fiberglass up again in this corner to strengthen that piece there. Went in with a little bit of 180, scuffed it back so I've got a nice key, and then just put some fiberglass in there. Now I've got to let that go off, sand that down, skim over the top of that, sand that down, and then we can get ready for the polyester. So little things like this just knock you back, set you back them little bits, fixing pieces like this in this piece here. So we'll let that dry and then we can start prepping this area up. That's all ready to go. I'll see you in a bit.
Standing in the red inside a payphone, just wanna break, no, I'm not gonna give in. Take a last shot, Michael J. Win. No, I'm not a robot, I'm in my own skin. Never get lost when thoughts pull you in. I miss the old you, we died with a purpose. All the energy around me felt nervous, scared I would pop out fast to the surface. Had to cut it off before you made me worthless. Torn apart, I've been torn and scarred. I had a given art, but now I'm thinking smart. I'm keeping up my guard, I'm hiding every card. A royal flush of left, you never know what's hard. With a back to the mat, gonna see where I'm at. I'ma fight like I'm mad, I'ma be something that they can never be me. Nice try, but they'll see I achieve everything while they stay salty. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through.
Right, we are all done in today's episode, guys. I'll give you a little talk through. You've seen me jump into a time lapse, and I was taping off the underneath of the tank, so all the intricate bits under the tank are taped off, so they're not going to get overspray of the ivory or clear coat. They'll be nicely masked off underneath, so it keeps it nice and tidy. You're going to get a bit of overspray coming down this centre tunnel just here, but I've masked the underneath pieces left and right, just nice and neat, so when you look under there it's a lot tidier. These pieces here will be ivory just going on the insides. The actual front fender, I flipped it and I masked all around the edge and then bagged the inside, so same again, you get a nice even edge of ivory all the way around and you don't get overspray underneath. Same with the two side panels. I mean, the insides of these don't get seen when they're on the bike, but for me, for peace of mind, it just looks tidier if the insides are black and it's got that nice crisp edge of ivory. It just looks better. Nice, finishes it off. So that's them all ready to go. They just need a wipe off, tack rag down. They're good for base coat. I've finished the rear fender. You've just seen that in the last time lapse. We've dropped the polyester high build primer down, so that's had 2 good coats. We've done the repair here with the fiberglass because it poked through when I was sanding, so that's nice, solid piece gone in there. 2 good coats, and then what was ever left in the gun, I just filled as much as I could up in the back here. This will have bed liner on this to seal all this off, and that'll just seal that off. Because this is quite grainy, you'll get dirt and everything off the rear wheel flipping up into that, and it needs to be painted, so we're going to go bed liner on that one. So we are all done. I hope you can join me in tomorrow's episode when we crack on with the rear fender, get that all prepped up. I'll show you how we're prepping all that, and then we can move on to some base coat. So yeah, we'll get it all into colour tomorrow, guys. So thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe, press that notification so you don't miss out on any up and coming videos, so you get a notification. Drop us a thumbs up, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Cheers.